Hey guys, I'm Jules. Thank you for coming back for another weekly update of my cross stitch and various other things. Look, I got a thing. I got a little dry erase board to kind of help note progress. I actually have another little tiny one that I'm going to hang up back here to keep track of the progress. I didn't do a great job of writing down or remembering exactly how many stitches I did this week, but I want to do that going forward. So I'm going to put this other one up on the board so that it's something that I can keep track of for motivation. Numbers are motivating, at least they usually are. So I hope you're having a good day. I know there's lots of reasons to maybe be stressed, but we're going to talk about cross stitch today, so it's all good. So this is our schedule of things to talk about. We're going to start with our whips, W-I-P-S. In case you're new to cross stitch, whips stand for works in progress. At least that's what I call it, works in progress. Then we're going to talk about the new designs that I have on Etsy, and oh my gosh, I got some good ones. I got some good ones that are up on the shop that I just did this past week that I love. I got new parts for the roller frame. After the video that I made last week, I got notified and I ran over to a stitching shop and I picked up some new roller frame stuff. So I have stuff on the roller frame and I'm super excited about it. So that's good news. And then got some dogs update and our floor drama because there's always drama. So we're going to turn the page, so to speak, and turn it over to this side. Now, we're going to do this differently. I'm going to figure this out as we go. But I don't really know how many stitches right now are in Dachshund because I don't have the Dachshund piece it's a physical pattern. So I can easily figure out the stitch count by the stitch count. So if you look at if you're new, so if you have a cross stitch piece and it goes like 200 stitches across by 200 stitches down, you just multiply those two numbers and 4,000 stitches. I should have done the math ahead of time. So you do that. And that tells you how many. So I can get the stitch count for Dachshund, but I'm not really sure exactly right now how many stitches. But I did stitch a lot on this project this week. So I wanted to show you. Oh yeah, by the way, so I'm going to talk about the roller frame. And so, anyway, so I got new roller frame pieces. I got new end bars of different sizes to try them out, as well as the new roller frame parts. So, super excited. I really did a lot on this bottom piece. I would say that on this bottom part, I probably stitched at least 400 or 500 stitches. So last time when you joined us, I stitched all this up here over into this area with a little bit of this dark blue here. So I just filled in a bunch of this dark blue stuff going all the way across. And gosh darn it, if I just forgot to pull out the picture of, hold on, let me see if I can find it. Okay, I'm back and I couldn't find the picture, so I'll have to do that before the next video. But if I had to guess, based on the size of some of these other pieces, I'm like really close. Based on the size of these other pieces, I would say that there's likely about, let's just say 40,000, roughly, okay? And this past week, I felt like I did like 600, and I probably overall have done maybe about 2,500. We'll see how close I am next week when I actually do the count, and we'll see where I'm at. So that would be cool. Let me make sure that you can see that. So Dachshund. So I showed you Dachshund. Next up, Rainy Waterloo Place. Now I didn't get very far on Rainy Waterloo. I will freely admit that. Now the reason why was, for one, I have this on this huge 40-inch roller frame thing, and I kind of went back and forth on where I should continue with this. So I decided just to continue obviously where I was, and instead of going down, I'm going to start going across with this. So because that makes the most sense with the roller frame. And what I needed to do was to reinforce exactly where I was here versus where I was on the Pattern Keeper pattern. And so we know that if you've been following me, I'd stitched half this page and realized I was off by about 4 or 5 rows. And so let me make sure I'm in the queen. And so anyway, so I just kind of redid those. Let me pull this through so you can see a little better. So I likely only got about 200-300 stitches down this piece, mostly up here. So, but you can see how I've reinforced the gridding. So I've just restarted the gridding going across here. So I'm just going to make sure that I'm where I need to be before I really take off. But that's kind of where I'm at. So if we look at, I'm going to need to put some hooks or something up on the wall so I can hang all these things. They look like the big, like sleds or big snowshoes. I mean, these things are huge, but oh, so nice. Oh, so nice. All right, let me throw the blue one on the floor. So currently, as it stands, I actually wrote some numbers down for you guys. Let's see here. Rainy Waterloo. I did about 300 this week. And I have done a total of, let me put it underneath of it, 66,215 stitches based on my Pattern Keeper stats. And that puts me at pretty much 74.2%. 74.2. That's amazing. I'm almost 3/4 of the way through. I'm so excited. So that's Rainy Waterloo Place, which I love. I love, I love, love. Okay. Oh yeah, and then if you're wondering what it looks like, that's the whole thing, and I am right about there with the stitching. So there we go. Alrighty then, there. Then next up is the Reaper, who is very scary. Very scary. And so Reaper is seeing some really, really good progress. This week I likely did, let me pull out Reap. Come here, Reap. Let's look at you. There are a lot of, I do a lot of two-handed stitching with this one, and there's a lot of floss pulled through everywhere. But I got quite a lot done. I mean, I think I probably got 500-600, at least 500 or 600 stitches done. And I'm getting so close with this one. But I actually rolled it down a little bit more, like we talked about I was going to do. And then if I can stitch in this area and get it, then I can roll it down a little bit more. Because I'm so close to having the whole face on this exposed area here. So super excited, but really just taking the colors and just filling in as we go down and then doing it up this way. So that's going to work until we reach like until we reach sort of, let's see, where his shoulder is. So about down there. So there's a lot of black at this point, or I think it's black. It might be a very dark brown, kind of around this area. But there's a lot to do still, a lot to do. So where are we with the Reaper? We are at total of 47,000 stitches that we need to do total for the Reaper. And we are at 34,934. And that puts us at almost an identical amount to this one, puts us at 74.33. Put a little 7 so you guys can see that that's a 7, sort of, an engineering 7, sort of. Now, I have 12,000 stitches left, and yeah, 12,000 stitches is not very much. It's not very much at all. Can be done, can be accomplished, just must focus, must focus. And the last one of the week is Empire State Workers. And I put that one on a roller frame because it's the only monochromatic, the only black and white piece that I'm using right now. And check out how big this frame is. It's crazy. It's crazy, I tell you. So, but this one is pretty long. So it, I needed to put it on the longest one. And so you can see that I've got the first couple guys done there. Oh, wait, let me show you what it's supposed to look like. So it's these guys. So you can see the guys on the far end. One's sharing a smoke with the other. And that's these guys right here. So I haven't gotten very far with this one. Let me pull this one back here. So on Empire, total of 46,926. There's another project that's like 47,000 stitches. I'm not sure why that's the common number, but it seems to be. And I've only done, and I did about 200 stitches, maybe 300 this week. So 867 for a total of 1.85%. That's sad. That's sad. Oh, I'm like, what am I doing? And so there's those projects. Now, I wanted to show one more because I actually was able to run over to Michael's this week as I throw everything on the ground. And I wanted to show you real quick. I was also working on Empire State Workers, or Lincoln Memorial at Night. And Lincoln Memorial at Night, I've been missing some floss, and I got the right colors to kind of continue on with this. And I ran out of roller frames, so back to the original hoop with this one. But I just barely started this one. But how big is this one going to be? Let's just put this on here. Lincoln is going to be, I'm going to erase the Dachshund stuff, is just under 50,000 stitches. So it's 49,536. I have done 856 stitches. I got so long to go. 1.73%. Oh, goodness. Goodness me, oh may, oh my. So you can see I'm like between, some projects are like 3/4 of the way done. A lot of projects have just been started. So there's a lot of really good progress to make. Now, I have other pieces that I'm working on. I have other projects. Old World Map 2 is going to be one that you guys are going to talk about. But honestly, I'll talk about stitch counts and everything with those when I bring them into a weekly rotation. Just didn't have time for Old World Map 2 this week. Even though I felt like I was stitching a lot. Really, I was stitching on, I stitched a lot on Dachshund and Reaper this week. I really did. And I probably like underestimated the number of stitches that I did this week because I stitched on them a lot. So anyway, so that's this week progress. So next up is I want to show you the patterns that I designed this week and put on the Etsy store, which I know you guys are gonna love. You guys are gonna love. First one up is a vintage photo of a Dachshund. And I really like this one. And what I really like about it is it's only like, I want to say it's maybe like 30 colors. It's a really low color spectrum. But the quality came out so well in the design. And I really, really liked it. All my patterns are either Creative Commons or public domain. They are images that are free to use. And I look for things that I like and things that I think that will make good cross-stitch patterns that people might like to stitch. So this one is not very big. It's only 255 by 150. And it is it's available right now in the store. So there's the Dachshund one. There's that one. And then next up is, this one's cute. This one's like one of the first cute ones that I've done. I call him Farmer Pig. It's Farmer Pig. Hi everybody, I'm Farmer Pig. So he's absolutely adorable. And again, he's not very many colors, maybe 50 colors, 60 colors at most. And so it's crazy sometimes the pictures or the drawings or whatnot that will be in a, that people will just release for anybody to use for whatever. But I found this little guy and I thought he was the cutest little thing ever. And he's not terribly big. He's a little big. His stitch count is 196 by 290. But if you like pigs, I mean, how can you not love Farmer Pig? And then finally, I got a new monochromatic design, a new black and white design. So like you saw with Empire State Workers, it's black thread on white fabric. And I'm going through historical figures. I'm trying to find people that you would know who they are at first glance, but also somebody you want to stitch that won't be too big of a deal here. And what do you think? Don't even show my face. Show him. James Dean. I love James Dean. I really do. Rebel Without a Cause, giant, East of Eden. So this is literally black thread on white fabric. That's all that it is. The stitch count is 188 by 264. I want to say this one's about 16,000 stitches. So a lot of my monochromatics end up being about 16,000 stitches, which for me takes me just a couple of months to do if I'm working on it a lot. Like it's the same size as raising the flag. So, but I think this one came out really good. So 1950 Zara looks like a senior year. It might even be a senior year photo, high school. All right, what was next? I talked about the roller frame. So yeah, I got called last week. I think it was after the video, and I was told, you know, that that stitching. Maybe I even talked about this already. It's possible I might have, but a stitching shop had the frames and everything. And all my stuff had come in, but they had extras. So if I wanted to see if I needed any extras, I'd come on down. So I ran on down the next day and I picked some up, and so I got a lot of nice variety. So now I think I'm ready to start stitching. Now the only problem, and maybe you guys can help me out with this, but is these really, really long frames that go on forever. Well, my base frame for my roller frame doesn't hold it. It's not long enough to hold the frame. It's not long enough to hold these actual bits. So what I've been doing is actually just kind of putting them across my desk. I have sort of an L-shaped desk, so I just lay it crossed this way, and I'm still able to stitch just fine, and it works pretty well. But if you guys have any suggestions on what I could do to actually make it a little bit easier for myself, what we might do is create maybe they have the bars for this. To be honest, I haven't even looked, but as I lift this thing up, so this bar right here, like making something similar, but just a lot longer. And we don't have to put all the different little holes in it, but make something that's fairly long that I could switch out to use. Everything's just gonna fall back here, but that's that. And so we have right now in this house, everything is wide open. All the doors are open on the inside of the house, not on the outside. And we have 3 dogs in the house right now. The 3 big dogs, Zuzu, Jelly, and Bailey, are at the new kennel. For one, breaking it in, and 2, they're out of the house right now while we get new floors put in downstairs. And the new floors have to go in downstairs because the dogs tore up the old ones. So we're very excited to get those, and hopefully that'll be done tomorrow. The dog's coming back home soon, but there's just a lot of stuff to do still with that, so we'll see. And actually, I think that is going to maybe prevent me from doing a stream tomorrow. I really should just take a break. There's so much going on. I need to sleep in a little bit, relax. I think I'm gonna skip tomorrow's stream. I'm sorry, guys. I've been skipping a lot of streams lately, but I think that I think I probably should skip the stream and kind of focus on a few things I need to do around the house. I have to work this weekend, so there's just time is very short right now. But what's really crazy right now is the cat Mercury is walking all over the house because the littler dogs are afraid of the cat. So he's like, I'm gonna do what I want. So he's up and down the stairs and he's checking everything out. It's pretty amazing. It feels pretty awesome to have the house truly open the way they are. But all 3 of the big dogs are anti-cat, so we can't really have them together at all. So so this is pretty nice tonight while the big dogs are kind of at camp, so to speak. So all right, I think that's it. It's time to stitch tonight, and I hope you guys have gotten a lot of good stitching done. I will absolutely be doing a stream on Sunday morning, but yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of stress lately, and I think I just need some chill time. And just not, and besides, the installer guy is going to be here first thing in the morning too, so I kind of feel kind of weird about, he may need my help with things. You never know if questions answered and whatnot, so I might have to run downstairs a fair bit, and I don't want to pull another stream like I did last week. That was pretty bad. So all right, I think I'm good. So thank you guys so much for watching. It's a little weird setup, but we're gonna get we're gonna get this all squared away going forward. But I hope you guys are making a lot of stitching progress. And it's the beginning of 2021, and there's a lot that we can get done this year. So I'm excited. I hope you're excited, and I will see you guys really soon. Bye.